Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. As you can see, I have a shiny new microphone here, which should improve the audio quality of all my videos. So pretty exciting. Bear with me on adjusting potentially the settings on this over my next couple of videos and trying to be consistent with my levels, making sure I'm not moving back and forth. So I have a review request from a player on the North American server. He's Gold 1. This is a new game of his. Why did he want me to review this game specifically? He says he thinks he faltered in the mid game, had a decent early game, but I think that I could have played the 3v3 on enemy blue better. Over mid game, I think I lost tempo and was just inefficient. Also think my team fighting could use some work. So he goes on to list specific moments of the game that he wants me to cover. He talks more about, he just wants to know a little bit more about overall team fighting and target prioritization in this game, and obviously with the champion Nunu. So I'll talk a little bit once we get into the fights, like your philosophy around playing Nunu jungle. I mean, it's very different from playing a tank to a like say an assassin type style jungle, or a jungle that can like go in and 1v3 and like one shot people and stuff. Definitely a big difference there. So we'll cover these here. He talks about an extended fight, a dragon fight, a fight that went poorly that could have lost them the game. What better way to approach this? So let's jump into the game here. Let's start with Nunu's runes. So he's going Aftershock here, which is pretty standard. You can go Predator as well. I have made and commented on my past on my YouTube channel about Predator Nunu, which is really strong ganks with his W, but I think overall Aftershock is the way to go, especially with the new Aftershock changes. I think it's really, really good on champions that utilize, tank items like Nunu does. So you go Demolish, Conditioning, Revitalize. Demolish is okay. This is fine. I prefer Font of Life personally, but Demolish can be a very good for obviously breaking towers early and stuff, but I just like that extra Font of Life heal for like my ganks to just make sure, our 2v2 is a little bit stronger than normal. Conditioning, pretty much always want to go this, and Revitalize obviously works really well with Nunu's Q, especially if you're going Spirit Visage as well. And you go Triumph and Tenacity in this next tree. So if you're going to go this tree, you should not be taking Tenacity, especially not against, I would only be taking Tenacity if you're not going to build Merc Treads and you're against a super heavy CC comp. This is like you have a Bard, like Stun, you have Malphite, like Q, and like Ult, and like Darius is slow. Like, there's not much going on here. So take Alacrity. I really like Alacrity on Nunu anyway here, and like tank junglers like Sedge and stuff, because just for like jungle clearing and just overall like your like passives, obviously like Nunu's passive, you get that extra damage on your auto attacks for like the first 3 or whatever. You want to get that off as soon as possible, and that just helps you to do extra damage, because obviously as a tank you already struggle with a lot of damage. So Tenacity here just really weakens you even more. I would not be going this, but I'll actually put up my recommended build on the screen here. I really like just going all in on the tankiness and healing with Ravenous Hunter, as well as Cheap Shot just for that extra damage in the ganks. I think that's works really well, obviously with Revitalize as well, and if you're building Spirit Visage. So that's actually my recommended build here. And taking a look at your rune stats here, you got attack speed, armor, and health. Always go attack speed. Armor is good here, and health. To be honest, I would take Adaptive Force, the second one, and then I would go armor. My next one, again, Nunu sort of lacks that that damage a little bit, and just that Adaptive Force will help a little bit. And you go health here, I'll definitely be going armor in the last tree here, because you're versing a very, very heavy AD comp here. Obviously Malphite's going to be like potentially build AP, he's going to electrocute here, but you don't really have to worry much about AP damage at all. I think armor's just so effective here compared to health. So obviously you build health through Cinderhulk anyway, your first item, so just getting that extra bonus stats is really good. Alright, so that covers runes here. Let's now jump into the gameplay. Alright, so you start with a ward-in totem here. You chuck a ward down here. So the only reason, we'll see where you actually start here. So it looks like you start in blue. Alright. So let's just get your vision here. Obviously you saw them ward this. You only place this, I'd say you're doing the whole ward switch to sweeper thing, which is really good, because obviously your sweeper will be back up. by the time you're looking for a gank, and you know you get to potentially defend a buff. But I mean, if they haven't invaded early, I mean, you're versing not a very evade comp at all. If anything, they should be more scared of you with like TF and an Olaf and stuff like that. So if you're going to do this, I would be warding topside, because then you know if they're going to potentially invade. But I'll say Malphite's definitely not going to invade you. But it's still fine if you're switching out Sweeper here. But that's sort of just the mindset is why junglers do this. It's like to either defend their buff. Maybe you're scared of like a Bard potentially stealing this over the wall or something, but you're Nunu with a Q, you know, that's very unlikely to happen. So yeah, I wouldn't be using my ward there. Looks like we're starting blue here. Alright, so jungle path, we got blue into Gromp Wolves. Alright, so also talking about matchups this game, so we have this matchup top lane. Darius is sort of like a tank killer, so definitely tricky to gank this post 6 or even at all. Like maybe potentially you can impact this game early, but I'm potentially looking to avoid this. Like I'm pretty fine for these. I mean, these two will be probably hitting each other a lot, so there potentially could be opportunities. It's just something you're gonna have to look at the wave around, but I wouldn't make this a focus right now. Mid lane, this is excellent for you to gank. Obviously Zed, when he's 6, has that potential to do like a lot of damage. There's no real counterplay to it, and your lane ganks like mid are really strong, and you want to abuse, like he's a melee mid champion, right? So he's going to be forced to be auto attacking waves when, you know, the wave. So whenever there's a wave up here and he's pushing the wave, you come down here with a W lane gank. It's really effective, and obviously you have lots of gap closes to get Zed has to get onto the Yasuo, so you can follow you up really well. And then bot lane, you actually have a bit of CC here. The thing with Sivir is that she can spill shield your W, and there's actually a bit of kiting. So yeah, I would say potentially this lane's a little bit difficult to gank unless TF's getting really good stuns off or CC from Jhin and Sivir burns spell shield. But again, I would say mid lane's definitely a really good focus this game. Yas, Nu's really good against Yas as well, because you can just keep locking him down, like with your W and your E, like the proc that it comes, like he can't just keep zipping around. So slows work really effective on Yas as well with your ultimate. Alright, so you do sweep here. Looks like you're potentially looking for a mid gank. Alright, this is really good. The wave's in a good position. No need to lane gank here. Great. Awesome gank. First blood for Zed. This is excellent in terms of win condition. So this is definitely where you want to be really putting your pressure now. I want you to be focusing, how can I break this tower as early as possible with like an early Rift Herald or something like that. Alright, so we see Malphite top here. Do your Raptor camp. Checking Rift Scuttler. Alright, so a fight's breaking out here. You're on the Malphite. Has Olaf hit a Q? I don't think he hit a Q there. He missed it or something. Alright, so this is the fight you're talking about. I think this is fine for me, to be honest. Like, there's not much. I'm not sure. I think it's more on the Olaf there. I think he messed up a little bit. Maybe he didn't have enough mana for Qs. Okay, so he misses his Q there. So, yeah. I mean, he should have waited to hit the Q when your proc was off. But, I mean, you know, this is not your mistake here. Malphite definitely should be dead here. So yeah, I mean, there's not much. The way this went cleaner, like as your question is if Olaf hit that Q, you know, like he really needed to hit that Q. So that wasn't on your order at all. Yas comes and you're forced to burn flash over the wall, but you do get Rift Scuttler, so this is fine. Alright, still okay. Again, I think that's more Olaf's fault than yours. That's the thing about tank junglers. You are really reliant on your laners like being effective with their abilities, because at the end of the day you're not going to just go and one-shot people. You have like your W, you have your E, you have like your 3 auto attacks, and really there's not much, and your Q, there's not much more you do out of that. Alright, so red here, I really want you to be going bot right now. We have Rift Scuttler up and your jungle camps. Alright, I think you should be checking Rift Scuttler right now, especially that Zed, he's not going to have priority anymore, which is a little risky potentially. But we do have bot priority here. So, alright, so Yas actually walks in here. We don't know where Bard, alright, so Bard's actually camping here. But your Nunu, you can heal off things. They can't kill you. You have Aftershock. Alright, so you do get away. Do they... Rift Scuttler's still alive. Right, so you're just ditching this now and going top. So your bot came to help here. Like, you should have stuck around and, like, turned back and just got this Rift Scuttler. But it looks like your bot's going to get it. Like, if we go back here... The thing about getting Rift Scuttlers as junglers is, like, it's really important for experiencing goals. This is just, like, map awareness. Like, you actually could have, like, saved your W, turned on these guys, right now. Collapse on these guys. Remember, Yas doesn't have flash. Because, you know, he burnt it just then. And then take this. So, sort of a bit of a map awareness there. You didn't look at Siva, couldn't come help because she had Bliss Lane pushed in, and your bot lane was coming. So... definitely could have killed them there. Like, they don't have much damage to kill a tank Nunu. Actually, this is interesting. Look at your build right now. You rush Barmy Cinder first. So, jungle item is more important to get than Barmy Cinder, even if you have the gold. I know it helps you clear jungle camps faster and stuff like that, but in those, like, early skirmishes, like the having the red smite or the blue smite is, like, actually going to do a lot more than your Barmy Cinder here. And I actually would definitely be going Red Smite this game. And I love Red Smite on Nunu in general because obviously you have already a lot of abilities to get onto them with your W. And then you can really do like a lot more damage with the Red Smite burning. Alright, so you come to do your golems here. A Malphite appears. Probably going to get away. Zed can't collapse. Alright, nice. You are collapsing on this. Great. Awesome. You knew that Zed was coming up. There's no way they have numbers advantage for you. You can kill them. Alright, your bot side jungle's up now. Should be looking to base. Alright, so let's take a look at this buy. This is what I call the Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC variety bucket right now. You need to be focused just to finish your jungle item. You need your jungle item, your Red Smite, really bad at this stage. And you should be switching out for Sweeper at this stage and getting pink wards. Control wards are really, really important for controlling river, especially objectives like Dragon, and you have like a huge mid advantage right now, so there's no excuse for you to get early Dragon and Rift Herald. That should be your entire focus this game with Nunu. Nunu is really good at securing objectives because you have the smite and the Q. No one can really contest him in terms of once you're on an objective fighting for it. Force these, you have Rift Scuttler right now, like you need to control the river through using your Red Sweeper trinket and control wards. Alright, so you do decide to go bot here and get your blue buff. Alright, coming in bot here. We get the kill on Bard, you catch him out. Dragon, straight away. Like, there's no excuse for you not to do Dragon here. Yes, bot lane doesn't have priority, but you've just killed the Yas. This is a level 4 Malphite right now. You're level 6. I would welcome Malphite to be walking in trying to take this Dragon. Just do Dragon, Bard, and Sivir not going to be able to contest you. With just Sivir and Malphite's not going to be able to contest you. So you decide to do this gank instead. Alright, so the way you want to do max damage, if they have flash like this Malphite does here, you always want to be getting your E off first. So you E. So you need to get that last proc of E off first, get that little root, and then you ult. That's like max damage Nunu. So, I mean, like, he could have like flashed and like completely avoided that, but you actually could have potentially killed him here if you got that. So you here, E, lock him down first, then ult, and then he potentially will flash, but you know, you're gonna get the damage on that Nunu. You're at least gonna get some damage on the Nunu ult. So yeah, a bit of a missed combo there. So that's the ideal combo for Nunu. And that's why I really like Cheap Shot in going the domination tree, is because then you get the Cheap Shot proc when you E them into the ult damage, right? Because you're obviously impairing their movement speed with the E proc. So you go on top here. Clear the ward, just doing your Krugs. Alright, could you have gotten Dragon earlier there? Alright, so I feel like you're really not trying to get these objectives early at all. So after this mid... Alright, so I guess Zed is low and you want to clear your jungle camps. Might let you off the hook here. I think it's fine. I was thinking potentially you could have just walked down, gotten drag. I mean, I think you should have, really, to be honest. Like, again, if you had control wards here, you control ward here, Rift Sculptor was alive here. After that mid gank, after Malphite had to base, bot lane has priority. Come and do this. You really should have got drag there instead of going topside. Again, you need to be ignoring topside right now. Like, your Olaf's like doing pretty bad in lane right now. I'll just be ditching top, to be honest. And Darius is level 7 now. He's at like a tank killer. It's pretty scary to be walking up. He can literally 1v2 you guys. Alright, so we are doing Krugs. You are going for gank here. Alright, I guess we do have true damage and stuff on Erlef, so it does work out, but the thing is like, you're not going to get much off this, and you don't want to get this tower, right? Like, you don't want to be pushing out top right now, but because like right now you could have been top, and then, you know, they could get dragon right now, right? But Malphite is not playing like, you know, he's a Malphite jungle, like he's just useless, so he actually can't do dragon. So I actually would have also used that kill to just do rift. Again, you need rift so early, and I'll be looking to break mid ASAP. Like, your Z is your win condition here is 6-1. Like, literally as Yas, you could continue lane ganking this guy, slowly chop down mid, break open the map. That should be your objective this game. Alright, so you actually are doing Rift. Alright, this is still good, but potentially a little bit riskier now because Darius is now off the map. I mean, your Olaf and Darius is back on the map, but should look like to get this free anyway. Alright, base should be going top bot side now. But unfortunately your bot has just died. Yes, I think you're going to need to... I think your question here is, should you have conceded drag here? Like, you do need to concede dragon here. So, as soon as that happened... Because, again, like, you really don't want to be going bot anymore. Like, I would be looking to clear, like out of base, like, switch my path here. Your Krugs are about to spawn. Walk down here. Potentially mid, lane gank mid. If that doesn't work, just keep clearing down. And then, again, going back and potentially do another mid gank. Really want you to be ganking mid. Right, so you're going in on this. Like, I know that you're a Nunu. Like, this is what I see. This is like called Nunu syndrome or something like that. Like, I know you're seeing this dragon. Like, oh, I can steal it potentially. But you're 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4 tech. I mean, look what your team is right now. This is just map awareness 101. Like, there's no way this is going to work in a million years. And you're probably potentially just going to die for this. And you do die for this. So, definitely not worth it at all. Concede it. Should have just cleared your jungle. Your entire jungle's up. Dying when your entire jungle's up is the worst thing possible. I talk about that all the time. Just no need to take that risk. It's not going to work in a million years. Alright, so yeah, this is another problem you build. Like, you're finishing your boots before your Cinderhulk jungle item. Need to be getting that ASAP. You need to also be getting control wards. You have 300 gold right now. You need 2 controllers. You need to be controlling the map, controlling river. So this your Z is nice and safe. You can counter gank potentially, and you can, again, I want you to be breaking mid. I want you to be, like, lane ganking this right now. Like, walking down, utilizing this wave, right? Like, Yas can't walk up, so he's constantly going to get priority. Utilize this wave. Even if he gets onto tower right here, like, you're going to be able to tank at least 3-4 tower shots at this stage. You have Ninja Tabi. I want you to kill this guy with Zed. He's going to die. You're going to break mid with Rift Herald. Like, whenever bot is like, look at this right now. I don't want you to be helping them right now. I want you to be killing Yas. Especially when they're committing that many resources to bot. Just stuff it. Just go there. Alright, so you are going bot now. Zed's roaming down, so this is okay. You go to Sivir. I like the target selection on Sivir here. I really like this. Alright, so this is a mechanical misplay again. Like, you're a tank, you have Ninja Tabi right now. Sivir is not going to be doing much damage to you at all. Like, yes, she has, like, Essence Reaver, but what you want to do here is keep walking forward. Get the E. You need to get the E on her. Keep walking forward. Like, for some reason, you, like, back off here. Bard missed his Q earlier. Malphite's going to do nothing to you. He has, like, no ult. Like, he's going to do nothing. Like, you need to lock these guys down so Zed can come in and collapse on these guys. Like, there's no reason for you to be scared at all here. They're going to be instantly threatened when, yeah, this would have been so much cleaner. Sivir would have died 100% there. You would have killed Malphite and could have gotten away, and you would have wasted Darius' TP. So yeah, definitely, it just seems to be you're not getting your E off to get like your Aftershock proc and stuff like that. and to lock people down. Like that's your ideal, that's your job as a Nunu, to lock people down, peel for your team, and like be that just in people's face, just blocking skill shots for your team, just soaking up all that damage. Like there's no way the enemy team was going to kill you there. You're like 30-40% health, so you do die there. Alright, still no control wards off base. I hate this. Alright, so it looks like you're finally going for a mid gank, but right, so huge problem around this mid gank. You need always waves. Like right now, there's no reason for Yas to be in this lane at all. He could literally just walk in. Like there's no minion wave. He's not here hitting minions, right? So this is just a really wasted mid gank. Like you have the right idea, but it's not been executed properly. Like you see this, like Yas has nothing to do here. You do hit in there, but no one's there to follow up, and you just use Rift Herald. So again, I like using Rift here, but Yas is full health, and bot lane's missing right now. They can all be collapsing to can potentially come this, and you would have wasted Rift completely. And actually, Bard literally defends that tower there. So yeah, we've wasted Rift here. You've lane ganked incorrectly, and I mean at this stage they're going to potentially break mid tower before you, and you have a 7-1 Z. Like just really not acceptable at all. Alright, so we're going on to Gromp here. Alright, this is again another opportunity where I'll just be backing off to come here and lane gank. Like, sure, Bard's here. Alright, but you actually are coming here. This is fine. Alright, so you stop your E again. Like, I'm trying to figure out what you're doing with your E constantly. So you E. So Bard's dead there like 100%. So I would not be going for Bard at all. I would be going straight onto Yas, locking him down and killing him. Like Bard doesn't have like abilities to get out here. Like he's 100% dead. Anyway, TF's even coming up. Your focus should be to get Yas with your Z. Like if you go on Yas and then hit the E on him, then ult, like Bard's probably gonna get hit by that damage anyway, right? So you should have really got the E on Yas there. So he got away. So yeah, a little bit mechanical misplay in terms of who you're using your E on. Alright, so we're just clearing jungle now. I'll be starting to think about clearing... Oh, how much gold do you have right now? You have 1200 gold. I'll be doing red, basing straight for dragon. Like it, this is good. Okay. For some reason you have like a ward-in trinket now. You need to switch out for sweeper at this stage. And also, you need to be selling your refillable for 2 control wards. You need to control this river. You really need to get this mid tower. This grid tower, and that, so you've lost dragon, like you wasted your rift tower and mist tower, like you've really just not focused mid at all here. Alright, so you are going on this. Zed's a little bit far away, but it's fine. We're doing some damage to this Malphite. Don't have ult yet, unfortunately, but we need to just wait for Zed to team fight. Alright, you get Bard ulted here. This is fine. You sort of did deny the dragon, but we did burn Zed ult for that, which is not ideal. Alright, so yeah, you need to be just ganking mid right now. There's 3 of you here. Malphite's not around. He doesn't have ult anymore. I'll definitely be ganking this. It's good. Oh, they actually ninja dragon from me there. Okay. Sort of sucks. But we might be looking to clean up here. Malphite doesn't have any ults. They're pretty weak. Alright, this is great. Looks like we're going to break this tower, but I mean, again, like you sort of wanted to go on this fight, but the worst thing about this is Yas literally broke the mid tower was 3 and 5 versus a 9 and 1 Z before you. And again, like I want you to really think about how that's just like really bad for this game, because now like mid tower's like still full health. Like Yas, even though mid's super far ahead, like someone's gonna have to break this tower, this mid tower eventually to actually break up this game, look for a second Rift Herald. So This is really, really bad that Yas has broken that tower before you guys broke mid tower. Like against 3 and 5 right now. He's literally rushing IE for some reason. Zed has 2 items. It's really not good. Alright, so this is fine. Just keep clearing your jungle. Your team's all going mid here. Alright, so I'll be looking to try and push out mid again. Try and get this tower and do Rift Herald here. You actually potentially shouldn't be doing Gromp right now, because you really want to come back on the base with all your team coming back on. But it is fun to base there. You end up finishing your Spirit Visage. Still no control ward, still no red sweep trinket. Like, how are you going to control River? How are you going to get Rift Herald and Baron when it spawns? Really, you obviously just don't have a priority on control wards at all, and vision in terms of clearing vision. Like, that's your job as a jungler, to be clearing vision, controlling River with sweeper and control wards. And I would also question your fact that you've gone Spirit Visage this game. Like, yes, Malphite's like the only real AP champion, and you don't obviously have AP because you didn't take in your runes or anything, but you're versing such a heavy AD team, you know, like you need armor items, not magic resist items. Like if you want some MR items, just get Spectre's Cowl, and like that's it, and then you should be building, like I know Spirit Visage is really good on Nunu, but not in this game. Alright, and again, like there's nothing you can really do top here because you can't control, because you have no tools to control top river right now. You don't have control, or you don't have red sweeper trinket. So you do get that Rift Scuttler. Bard wastes his ult for no reason there. Alright, so sort of what should be happening here in terms of a macro sense is you need to be hovering and protecting Zed as much as possible, and he needs to be split pushing. So Baron is up right now, so Zed shouldn't actually be the one that's bot right now. He should be split pushing top. You guys should be him killing top. You walk in here to get mid tower. Like this is something where you can maybe tell Zed, like, hey Zed, I want to hover you top. I want you to keep pushing pressure in top. I want to keep stealing all his jungle air. I want to keep controlling river. I want to pressure Baron. Like there's nothing for you to get bot side here. So your team members are in the wrong place, and I mean obviously you sort of need to play around your team as a tank, but that's what ideally you want to be doing this game. And Zed's literally just gotten shut down there, so this is really bad. Your most fed member right now has literally just died. Alright, so now we're just clearing jungle camps here. Like, I don't even care that Yas is here. Like, you guys should again be controlling top side. Yas actually dies there. It's just sort of just overextending, sort of like inting at this stage, to be honest. Alright, we base. We're going top side. Still no control wards, still no sweeper trinket. Again, big problem. You don't even have to sell your refillable at this stage. You can literally buy 2 control wards right now. You have over 150 gold. Alright, so you're deciding to fight here. I don't really like the premise of you fighting without your Zed and your Olaf, who are technically your 2 strongest members, especially Zed. You don't know where 2 of the enemy... Actually, you know where Darius is, but this is technically a 3 versus 4 fight. But you actually get a pretty good ult there, scare everyone off. I mean, you play this pretty fine, to be honest. Like, you disrupted a lot, you waited for Zed and Olaf to become... But I just wouldn't be taking the risk at all fighting without my Zed and Olaf. Alright, well this is great, you guys win the team fight here. 3 are dead. Excellent call to do Baron. Dragon's actually come up as well. You could potentially stay on the map and get Dragon as well. Darius is still dead. Sivir and Bard for a while. Someone needs to base reactors. Yes, potentially. Potentially, I want you to get this and then reset. Alright, yes, Malphite's there. Burns ult, but there's no way Malphite can contest the Nunu in terms of smiting, outsmiting. Alright, we base. Alright, I like you building armor items now, but need to be getting sweeper trinket and need to be selling your refillable potion for 2 control wards. Refillable potion does nothing for a Nunu at this stage. In terms of, you don't need to sustain. You're going to be full health clearing your jungle anyway with your literally your Q alone. And you're going to take no damage from jungle camps as well. Alright, so what you want to be doing here is you want Zed again to be splitting top, which looks like he's doing. Constantly trying to push out mid, and you want to be getting this mid tower. This is really important to be getting right now. I mean, to be honest, you could actually be setting up a dive. If you like use this as bait, like Zed zips around here, you lane gank W right here, and you know, kill this. Like there's actually no way Jhin should be splitting bot right now. Like, that should be Olaf's job. Alright, so fight's breaking out again. I would be looking to back off again. Like, yes, Olaf and stuff is here, but you guys are technically 3 versus 4 right now, or 5. Zed's not there, Jhin's not there. There's just no reason to get this fight. But you do get the ultimate off, and I guess you guys are... I mean, you guys aren't even that far ahead. Like, it seems like they're just playing fights really badly. Oh yeah, because so he walks in there. They're sort of using all their abilities on you. Alright, I mean, you played that fine. You got a really good ult off, so it sort of works for you. But I just wouldn't be taking those risks without my Jhin, without my Zed. I want to be playing the smart game with Baron. Like, they can't contest objectives anyway. Alright, so just lots of fighting here. You're doing this really well. You're peeling. You're focusing the person that's closest to you. You're like Jhin, your squishy targets. And we get the kill here. We dive. I love diving as Nunu. There's just no... Towers just do no damage to him, especially you have ninja tabis and stuff. Alright, so Bar's just walking in for some reason now. Sort of trolling. He's actually disconnected here, so it looks like he's given up. Alright, so you have to back off here. Olaf's not around. You guys should just reset. You don't have Baron anymore. Alright, still no sweeper, still no control wards. Big problem. Do finish your Randuins. Alright, so what you want to be doing here, same principle, Zed splitting top. You guys 4-man bot, end this game out. Bart actually has come back on the game, so it is back 5 versus 5. It's okay to be helping. Yeah, I think this is fine. But I want you to be moving to push out mid right now, and then going bot. But it looks like you're looking for a potential fight. Again, I don't like you fighting without Jhin. I mean, you do get picks with TF, so again, this is fine. But in terms of like closing this game out nice cleanly, like you don't need to be fighting at all to win this game. Like you can literally, again, Zed splits top, you chill out. The entire team's coming here. You push this, they react to Zed. You get this tower, they react to Zed, you get this tower. But you are top right now, might as well. Yas and Bart are dead. Let's get this inhibitor. This is fine. Dragon spawning soon. Alright, so Zed's based here. You need to be wary of that. And, like, Dragon's coming up soon. Oh, okay, so it looks like a fight's breaking out. Malphite does go on that. Okay, I don't like this at all, again, because... you have a numbers disadvantage, your most fed member's not there, Dragon's coming up, there's no reason to be fighting it, like, potentially just let Jhin die, like, just back off, and, you know, take Dragon, wait for your team to spawn, come up, you have 2 inhibitors, there's no way their team's going to be able to, even Baron's coming up soon as well. But you do win the team fight because you guys are actually so far ahead. Alright, so you're doing Dragon, but your Zed's coming here, like you guys aren't on the same page. You would either need to be communicating with your team, hey, I'm doing Dragon, or going to fight this. Definitely a lack of pings and communication going on here. Alright, so your bot is dead, but you are basing now. Reset to look for Baron, it looks like. Still no control wards. And no sweeper trinket, so like how are you going to control Baron River? Like it's just going to be so difficult for you. Like Bard can just freely ward. Alright, so this is that team fight you're talking about where you talk about like wasting the team's cooldowns and stuff like that. Like, yes, you could be wasting ults, but like look at where your team is right now. Like Zed is pushing mid. Like you just have a Jhin. Like this is 2 versus 5. You're like literally jumping into this. Like yes, you're getting like a 3-man ultimate off and like burning flashes and stuff. But at the end of the day, like, you don't need to burn cooldowns. Like, you guys win 5v5 flat out anyway. So TF dies and you trade for thing. Again, like, your Zed isn't in a... Like, you don't need to be fighting like this at all. Like, again, you have 2 inhibitors. Ideally, you can control this, like control this with control wards. Wait for super minions to push out. Wait for them, react to them. And then go do Baron, and then close out this game. That's all you need to do to make sure the team has a 0% chance of winning this game. You're just giving the enemy team opportunities to get back into this game. Like, you're just dying and stuff. But it actually looks like your team's just too strong. Zed's 15-2, and you win the game. So there's definitely moments in this game where, and I'm telling you, like, yes, it looks like you won this game, and this is the problem, is thinking that you played well because you won a game. Like, in terms of the macro and like the way you wanted to end this game, especially with that mid focus, is just creating opportunities for the enemy team to get back into the game. And this is why when sometimes you're 10k gold ahead and you feel like and then you lose the game, and it's like, how did that happen? It's because of like things like this. Like, yes, you got, I won't say lucky, like you still like played pretty well this game. I mean, you have 25 assists at the end of the day, like you have pretty good kill participation, but you want to play League of Legends as a jungler, is like make sure the enemy team has no opportunity to get back into the game, because then you just won't lose those games where you just lose for some reason. So I hope you found this review helpful. I hope that I answered your questions. Let me know in the comments below if you have any additional questions. You can check out my full notes over on my blog at nathanmott.gg, as well as my recommended Rue build. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.